About to join them from Zone 3 is wildcard dissident artist Eric Mayen. Eric's brief is to involve the students in performance art in Zone 1. It will be an anti-nuclear protest event with an unusual twist. The group comes together for a day trip to Chernobyl.
I don't know what you think. Which one? Take it with you.
As part of Eric Mayen's performance art, he hands out toys for the students to bond with. What they don't yet know is that he will want them back.
This area called Red Forest. Red Forest because in 1986 forest here was so irradiated it began to be dead. And the dead pine trees have the red color. That is why Red Forest.
Chernobyl's concrete encasement is known as a sarcophagus. It stands above its ashes, but incredibly, 22 years after the fire, it is still leaking radiation. Rainwater goes in and radioactive water comes out, not to mention anything detectable in the air. Just meters away, the Geiger counter now reads 40 times greater than what we'd expect to see in any nuclear-free zone. This trip would not be complete without a visit to the ghost town of Pripyat. Children of the power plant workers played in this playground for 3 days as the fire continued to burn. Many escaped with their lives, but many suffered from thyroid cancer and others died. Our next stop is Pripyat's House of Culture. A storm is brewing and the Geiger counter reads 1.40 microsieverts. Constant exposure to 1.00 for a whole year will irreparably damage internal organs. We're given 20 minutes. The building is a wreck, but Eric Mayen instinctively chooses the spot for his performance art called Broken Toys. Sit back and enjoy this unusual show for what it is. In terms of protest art coupled with radiation, it's an extremely rare event. Eric begins by displaying photo prints of the students. It was a bit ethically incorrect. They didn't know their photos would appear here, a bit like a killer radioactive cloud I can think of. Meanwhile, a small party of Australian tourists arrives to take snapshots of Pripyat's abandoned buildings. If you think that's strange, then remember that some parts of the world, such as Australia, don't have nuclear power. At between 0.18 and 0.24 microsieverts, the radiation inside the building is safe compared with the 1.40 on the outside. That's because the radiation is being damped down by the rain, but it's also stopped by solid concrete. The Protect and Survive instructions given to British citizens in the 1970s said go indoors when suffering a Soviet nuclear attack.
stuff.
This strange pilgrimage to the ghost town of Pripyat will serve to purge these participants of their nuclear anxieties. They have been to the heart of the world's nuclear hell. They will now be able to bring their emotions under tighter control when handling the concerns of residents in less polluted zones.